Now at noon, help is on the way to fight the economic impact of the coronavirus. Plus, breaking news, a prominent royal tests positive for COVID-19, the efforts to protect the Queen. And then a stay-at-home order now in effect across the state, what it means for millions of Hoosiers. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News. And hey, good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Ben Hill, and we're going to start talking about the work that's being done now in Washington to address the coronavirus and its impact on our economy. Congress says help is on the way with the passage overnight of that $2 trillion stimulus plan. NBC's Tom Costello shows us what it means for you.
Overnight on Capitol Hill, Senate leaders striking a deal, agreeing to a massive $2 trillion coronavirus stimulus package, the largest in U.S. history. The deal, which must still be voted on by both the Senate and the House, includes $100 billion of relief funding for hospitals, $200 billion for domestic priorities like transportation, childcare, seniors, and veterans, $500 billion for major corporate loans, and a small business rescue package that's over $350 billion. The bill will also provide a one-time $1,200 check to Americans who make $75,000 a year or less. The Treasury Secretary says President Trump will absolutely sign it. Meanwhile, the president hopes the country will be back up and running full steam ahead by Easter, just 2.5 weeks from now, despite repeated cautions from the nation's top health experts. However, his own task force advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci, says that deadline must be flexible.
On a literally day-by-day and week-by-week basis, you need to evaluate the feasibility of what you're trying to do.
Dr. Fauci adding there would not be a blanket recommendation for the entire country since cases vary from state to state. New York remains the biggest coronavirus hotspot, accounting for more than half of the country's cases and nearly a third of the deaths. The World Health Organization warns the U.S. has the potential to overtake Italy as the global epicenter of the coronavirus pandemic. The president also doubling down on the idea that economic instability caused by the virus could be worse than the pandemic itself. Tom Costello, NBC News.
And we continue to follow breaking news out of England, where Prince Charles has now tested positive for the coronavirus. The son of Queen Elizabeth is now in self-isolation over in Scotland. And right now, Prince Charles is only displaying some mild symptoms and says he's in good health right now. No word yet on how the 71-year-old caught the virus. As for Queen Elizabeth and her husband, Prince Philip, they're now staying over in Windsor Castle to protect themselves. They're expected to stay there past Easter. And just a few hours ago, we heard from the state health department, who says there are now 2 more deaths here in Indiana and 112 positive cases of coronavirus. Right now, people around the state are being told to stay at home in order to keep the virus from spreading. Governor Holcomb's order started at 11:59 last night and goes through 11:59 p.m. on Monday, April 6th. It could go longer based on the outbreak. Now this order is mandatory. People need to stay home unless you work for an essential business or you're doing an essential activity. And essential activities include getting food, caring for a loved one, getting necessary health care, and enjoying outdoor activities while still practicing social distancing. And essential business covers a lot more. Grocery stores, laundry services, daycares, hotels, and hardware supply stores are all included. We have a complete list for you at WTHR.com. So you might ask, how will the police enforce this? Well, state police tell us they won't be pulling everyone over to see where they're going. It would take an extraordinary event to warrant a citation or arrest. They're also reminding everyone that any social media posts referencing martial law are fake and should not be shared online. So, in this day and age of social distancing and trying to keep more people at home, a lot of us here at Channel 13 are starting to put that into practice. And that includes our very own Anne-Marie Tiernan, who joins us now live from her home as she's getting her equipment all set up. Anne, how's it going so far?
Well, hey there, Ben. Let me first of all say I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be able to work at home. We've got 4 people at our house, and every day that we're going out, we're taking precautions, but, there's been a worry and concern about that. So I'm grateful for this opportunity. This morning's been a little hectic, and last night as we're trying to, make sure we've got the right technologies set up and everything so that we can communicate effectively really all the news that's breaking and developing around the community, because we want to make sure that we are getting the word out to our viewers in a way that they can understand and they're not dealing with technical glitches. And yes, we do live shots all the time. And yes, we've been all over the world covering the Olympics and everything and providing live coverage. The difference is that we're a team, and there's a photographer and we have producers and we've got people making sure that we can fine tune the shot. And what we're doing right now, when you see people at home, when you see Angela and Kelly doing the weather and Chuck at home, they're doing everything themselves. They've been doing it on Skype. I'm using some new technology now where we're setting it up. It's called TVU. And so this is kind of a first time for us. I know Julia was our very first attempt at this morning. And now this is how we're going to be trying to do the news tonight with Scott Swan holding down the fort in the studio, and then me here tonight from 5 until 6:30. So how does it look and sound, Ben?
Hey, you look great. You sound even better. And that's what's crazy, what we can do now with technology, especially in times like this where we have to keep the public informed, but we have to stay safe ourselves. And I got to ask, a lot of people can even glamorize working from home, but I think this has been a test for a lot of moms and dads out there with all the kids home. So how's Team Tiernan handling all this with you home? Oh, and as I brag on technology, we lose Ann, but keep in mind she's going to be joining you tonight. And the governor's also set up a hotline to answer questions and actually guide companies through this stay-at-home order. So we have that number, an email address for you on your screen. Those are also posted on WTHR.com. Now, we could see another spike in unemployment filings since non-essential businesses will be closing. On Monday, the state received 38,000 calls about unemployment, everything from eligibility to how to apply. And as bills really begin piling up for some business owners, some are coming up with ways to try to make ends meet. Take Michael's Soul Kitchen. It's a restaurant and jazz lounge. It's only been open for about a year. Last week, owners were forced to close, and owner Connie Oates says she'll apply for loans or grants, but says the need is immediate. There were almost 20 employees there, many of whom were also laid off from their other jobs.
I don't really think you understand how blessed you are until something's gone. And especially if it's gone overnight.
Oates says she'll start offering carry-out, partnering with delivery services like Grubhub. She wants to offer low-cost meals to seniors to try and bring in money. And we're now learning about 2 auto plant workers who have died from the coronavirus, including one who works at Fiat Chrysler up in Kokomo. The UAW actually made a statement on Facebook talking about the worker's death in Howard County and another worker who died at a plant in Michigan. We've reached out to the union and to health leaders to learn more. No word now, though, on the names of the people who died. And several public workers here in the Indy area have tested positive for the virus. One of them is an Indy Parks employee who is working at Washington Park. Now, the city doesn't believe there's any risk for people who visited recently. The other confirmed case is a firefighter in Speedway. Town leaders there say the victim is in quarantine along with 4 other firefighters. The fire department does not think the patient spread it to town employees or the public, and the rest of the fire station is getting tested, though, just as a precaution. Also, a deputy prosecutor here in Marion County tested positive after visiting the juvenile detention center. Right now, there are no reports of any staff, visitors, or kids at the center showing symptoms, but anyone who came in contact with the deputy prosecutor was told to isolate themselves immediately. We're also expecting to hear more from the governor this afternoon about what the state's doing to help curb the spread. He's set to speak around 2:30, and of course you can watch that later today live on our website at WTHR.com. Also today, the State Election Commission plans on meeting. We expect them to officially approve moving the May primary to June like the governor announced. And from Cass County, the health department there and Logansport Memorial Hospital will start offering drive-through COVID-19 testing today. Our news partners at the Farrell's Tribune say it's just for people who meet CDC screening criteria. And then, of course, here in Indy, Eli Lilly is still doing drive-through testing, but now for first responders and healthcare workers who have orders from doctors. Kroger is making safety changes at its stores. The retail chain will soon install plexiglass dividers like these at its checkout registers. They'll also add educational decals on the floor to promote social distancing. Kroger says it's also considering having workers wear protective gloves and masks, but it wants to make sure healthcare workers have access to it first.